probably. All right, hello stream. I'm Charlie. I'm the DM for this group of is and get started. Aaron is
Yes, because my name starts with two A's, therefore I have to be the first of everything. Hello, everyone. I am Aaron. I am playing for you guys Kale the Human Warlock.
up is
Hi, I am Heather. I am playing Dill the half elf bard.
Hey, I'm Cody. I'm playing Valentine, the Elven Ranger. Got it.
Hi, I'm Sly. I'll be playing Nyx, the Paladin Warlock.
um,
I'm Drew Killer. I'm playing Rab, half work fighter, and that reminds me of putting a quest down. Kill Droop in the New World. Put that down right now.
So does anyone remember where you picked that you wanted to stay?
We were going to the bar, then the church, because I think it's on the way. Or
I'm
whichever
ready.
one's on the
Yes.
way.
Jim's Tavern.
Yeah, I think we were gonna do the tavern first, unless the church was on the way.
So really, whatever's closest.
Yes.
Mm.
Whatever's on my way home from work, that's where I'm stopping.
Okay.
Should we have a map?
I'll see.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
It's buffering.
Says I don't own a token.
That's what I got.
Okay.
as well. Oh shit! There it is.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's a place.
Looks like a maze.
All right, so this is Miramar. You all are currently in down bottom. Then
Man, I'm going to have to zoom all the way in to see that. Hold on. No, there you are.
right here. So you are currently there. Yeah, temple here. Alright, so and tavern.
So we're in like a super small
Super
section.
close.
Oh, yeah, they're like right next to each
Well,
other.
the map is not just
Mm.
so like it would not just be or would I just didn't see a point in trying to.
That's fair.
Mm.
Charlie, I have a weird question for you.
Okay.
Like, we've been to Mirabar before, right? How many days from Mirabar was the school? It was pretty close, right?
Yeah, if memory serves from when we did that, I think it was like a half-day trip. Cool.
Interesting.
I will say so. As you all have come kind of back, if you will, 5 years have passed. So while you might like familiar with Mirabar slightly, like probably lots have changed for those 5 years. That would have been by Earth that would fall up.
I thought it was a gnome.
Bibblestead?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then also your memories are on your time at like unless it was a like core memory for you, probably from childhood, one seemed to be more vivid. But like anything that would have been spent, stuff like your time in school and a couple years before that is very kind of like actually happened. Was it
Do we feel like we still know each other?
you have a sense of like being here with each other, but like kind of they seem like people that you would know. I also think you guys would have so you feel vaguely familiar, but you wouldn't be as close as you would think like, a group of adventurers or essentially mates that you guys would have lived together for 3 years. You would not be on that level. Like there's something about each of you, and you kind of do recognize them from like that like kind of thing about your time at school. Like that's where that feeling is coming from.
Interesting.
Valentine, did you have a pet cat or something? Kind of
I-
confused, getting this deja vu feeling.
I mean, I vaguely remember having something. Was it a cat?
Don't
I
think
got
too
nothing.
hard, you might hurt yourself.
But I do feel like I want to try to find it because I definitely had something.
I mean, we all had something at some point.
Hmm.
But as it were, yes, whatever you guys went through at this academy place, not saying it's not important, but it does not currently have a direct impact on our situation at the moment.
I suppose you're right.
I suppose we just go to church then, try to get back whatever we lost and can recover, so to speak.
And perhaps if we are unsuccessful, perhaps we go drown our sorrows in Tankard's Vale at the tavern afterwards.
Does sound like a good idea.
Quite lovely.
Starts silently crying.
It's like Gut Boy. It's like he
God
never
damn
left.
it.
Sorry.
All right.
Might as well get our magic
Yeah,
back.
it sounds like it.
Mm.
You all head to the area. As you kind of feel that, doesn't give the impression of small, kind of grungy, and has a very lingering scent to it as you're coming. Are really thinking some party might have
Hmm. Was it me?
Everyone, check your pants.
Oh, I can't say this is a pleasant smell, but the earlier we get what we came for, the quicker we don't have to deal with this anymore.
Rab looks at Nix and goes, "Did you scare the shit out of someone again?"
Um, pretty certain I didn't this time.
Yes.
Though my memories are a little hazy. Perhaps in passing, my striking looks took another soul.
Oh, what did that gnome say we had to do here? We just had to talk to somebody, or does anyone remember?
Oh,
That they, I just said magic may take multiple days to return, but they could help us at the Church of Tamira.
Anyone know who
Precise.
this Timira is? Not too great with my religious figures.
isn't she the god of luck? Let me look.
Mm.
Let me Google
This
it.
smells.
Do I look like a cleric to you? I don't fucking know.
Go ahead and
Timora.
make a check for me.
Me?
Yep.
Or Sil?
Whoever, anyone.
Go for it.
Is anyone else? Rat.
Uh,
Honestly,
Here,
smells.
I'll make a religion check, because why not? Even though I know the answer.
I'll get 12.
Aren't you a bard? Don't you get like half?
Yeah,
I guess
that's
it is half for
yeah.
level 3, 4.
Turns out I actually am proficient.
Gross.
15.
Nice. So actually, all three of you, but Nyx definitely feels confident in answering for this. You know this is goddess.
Is this the same one that what's her face from Lost Mines had a shrine to as well? Off topic, it doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't matter too much. Sorry.
Like I don't. My memory, like
I want to say that might have been Mistra. I think it was the
Mistra.
knowledge one, but I could be completely wrong as well.
Mistra's goddess of magic, knowledge,
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
Gotcha.
Or at least I kind of always package all that stuff together.
Gail's girlfriend, you know.
The
Oh,
Of course.
is the temple door open? Is it closed?
the
Okay.
doors are open. So as you all approach, it does look like, especially going inside, this structure was not originally a temple. You're kind of thinking it was probably some kind of maybe a warehouse, just something kind of building that was used for something converted into the temple, thus resulting in lingering smell of newer.
Mm.
See.
As you come in, it is dark inside. You can see that for a couple rooms in here, and see that there are some signs kind of pointing in directions time for a library, and see that there is a clergy member that's kind of back a little ways. He's not well as you're at first.
Excuse me, fair member of the clergy.
Oh, hello there. Welcome.
Um, the five of us have a request we would like to make. Well, four technically, but we're kind of all together. Yes.
Is there? What?
We'd like our magic back, please.
That's magic back. I am not sure I understand. Quest where?
So we just woke up from a very long nap, and we were told, that this church here could help us be able to use our magic again.
Of course, I'm sure any that of course. As he is talking, it is very evident that it used as to what you're referring to, but is trying to appear to know. Him kind of scratch at his head as kind of looking for. And again, you lost this. How?
Uh, did they even tell us how we lost our magic?
Short version is we all kind of just came into new bodies, or however you want to say it. So, whatever we had previously hasn't fully materialized yet in whatever these forms are.
I'm afraid I do that. That's something you're. Yeah, but from everything I know that this is a question that is worth asking. Sunny, quiet son. Around just asking magic for or that trouble. Library.
Now, why would it be troublesome to speak of such magics? Has magic changed, or has something occurred that's made such magics perhaps taboo, or not something to be brandied about, as it were?
Trying to be as do his kind of turn and round. But he like people
So they seem nervous just by like looking at them.
Yes, very much.
Does it seem like anyone else in here is specifically watching like us as the newcomers going up to this person?
The
tracking us?
place where you currently are, you're kind of like in the hallway and far in. Don't immediately.
Does anyone perhaps have some? Oh, wait. Does anyone have any parchment and ink or something?
Mm,
Well, I do. I have this book I carry with me, and some ink.
mm,
If you don't feel comfortable discussing such things due to what may be heard, and he leans close to the man and does his best to whisper as quietly as possible. Can you give us the name of someone who can? Or someone who knows somebody who can speak of such things and write it in my friend's book?
You see as he turn and kind of round a bit.
I have expertise in perception.
I mean, mine's okay.
Is yours 23 okay?
Uh,
24.
Only other time I've heard of a passive perception that high was
Oh,
it was a special made class for a spelljammer.
Observant.
Observant, yeah.
observant +5, expertise
Um,
+5.
I
your bonus
was not
bonus.
I was not questioning. I was just surprised.
Oh, I wasn't trying
Yeah.
to sound like I
Oh yeah. I know. I was just like, holy shit, because everybody else is a 13 or a 10, and
Mm-hmm.
open.
Dream
He
Climbers
misses-
was going to be
he
up there
misses nothing.
at the next level up. I was going to do the same thing.
Hell yeah.
All right. As you, Valentine, as this clergy member is very quickly, your other members of your group are as he's looking around, they kind of follow his gaze, also looking around. But you see, really quickly, he pulls out a coin that is very, like, it is super quickly that he pulls it out. But it looks to be have on your person, and he kind of just like flashes it real quick, and or anyone else has a
And that was the
Seems-
goblin.
or nervous having done.
Guys, I think we'll
Gale
find.
would have backed away after he finished speaking, but
I think we'll find our answers where we were going next.
mm.
The tavern.
Oh,
The fools send us here to talk to
Yes.
this one.
Does take the pen and writes onto the parchment and then back. Find me your character's name.
It was Nyx's book. I just asked for
okay.
it,
Yes.
but my characters can't.
Hand it back.
Next, we'll grab the book back. How much on the page did he write, and what did he write?
He did not write very much. It simply wrote titled says Willow's Guide to
What the hell?
I don't know this character. Well, I do apologize for putting you in a stressful situation.
Oh,
I
it's no
think-
apologies. The library is open to all.
So the church doubles as a library?
Yeah, so the church has a library with signs in that directed you and like indicate.
Okay. I must have been muted doing other things. Well, should we go to the tavern now, or is there other business we wish to attend to while we're here?
Actually, I think I might take out a book. Is there a lending fee? Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
It's best don't have. Nope. Books are, of course, allowed to be borrowed.
It's not going to be a late fee or anything if I don't bring it back within the 10-day.
Just simply ask that it.
Of course. Well, I'm going to go find a book just before we leave. I might need a hand with it because my eyes are rather blurry.
I might be able to find it for you.
Just show the page in the in Nexus book to Valentine.
What do my elf eyes see?
So you all are heading then.
Mhm.
Sounds like it.
To go to the library at as as you go in, there aren't very many different books. While there are several books in here, the library is primarily filled as kind of going through the shelves and each one of you, if you were to take a book off the shelf, pull from the book guide to.
So it's all of the same book.
Quite the prestigious library.
Must be very big fans.
So, Nick, it wasn't actually that hard to find your book.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like a needle in a haystack, but it was like a needle in a needle stack.
I suppose he didn't really have to write it down either.
Well, probably not. He just should have just said go upstairs and grab a book.
You can also see in from the library, you can see that there's a large scriptorium, and you see what looks to be hundreds of floppy-hatted work mass produced.
Does it seem like there's any other book, like maybe like something super behind a shelf or something that someone might have missed?
Roll investigation.
Investigation. I'm gonna guide myself.
I can give you assistance.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna need it.
I saw that for.
Much
Ooh.
better. I don't know.
Ooh.
1d4.
As you are looking around, you notice, like kind of towards back library that, one, because it is at the back library, exact same. This collection of books dust covered, and this is one where you notice that it's kind of surrounded by a lot of the Volo's Guide to Vecna, but then there's like on the shelf, so a small section of what looks about probably about 13 books or so, and on either side of counting the like first 6 that are different from Volo's, last 6 like all have different titles. Nothing that really jumps out at you, but look right in the center of it is another copy of Guide to.
And does that one specifically seem different than the other Volo's Guide to Vecna?
Are you up?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll grab it.
Because I mean, just looking at the spine, nope, it does not look different.
If it kills me, Charlie, you got me again.
I'm addicted to
It's a mimic.
Yeah. every time you roll a number, you just have an urge to open a book and so you pull open this book, and the books themselves are like pretty thick. Like copy like thick. And this one, as we're kind of thumbing through it, it seems as though back portion of it, the pages are kind of stuck together as you're trying to.
Ew.
This sounds gross, but I'm gonna try to pry them apart.
So as you like realize like the back isn't quickly letting you kind of thumb through, and you go to try to pry it apart or take it, you see that when you're like looking at it, like see you that's like on top seems to be hollowed out, but kind of pressed down on it, like is have perhaps been cut out from the book.
Without like being too obvious about it, can I try to like, while it's slightly closed, put my hand, see if I can lift up whatever might be hollowed out, like if there's like a cover or something, and see if there's anything inside the book?
A sleight of hand.
I'm decent at that. Oh, when I say that, I always roll shit when I do that. Oh, that was almost all.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. So you kind of shut look enough like where you can kind of slide your hand, try to get under that back page. And as you feel that like around, it doesn't feel like there's much, but you find like what seems to be a tiny piece of parchment stuff that's somebody took and like full like a small piece of paper parchment. Friggin'
Hmm.
tiniest.
All right. As I feel that, I will. I'll leave it in there, and just hand Nyx the book, and just say, "I don't know if this is exactly what you're looking for, but there seems to be more to it than it seems."
Well, good find. How about we make ourselves scarce then?
Yeah, agreed. And I'll just take another random book too, even if it's just another Volos.
Yeah. You grab another taking a lose notebook.
Sure, they're free. Why not?
Support
Might
your
as
local
well.
library.
Be some good light reading.
Rab goes, not enough pictures, and just puts it down.
And then at that point, are you all going?
Ooh, the end.
To the end.
No more books.
As you begin to go back and kind of go towards it's of the library, so it's kind of one of those things where there's one way in, out, and as you go towards exit library, you see this sign first, and it's kind of like another room that's like off, but above it there's a sign that says falsehood.
Does that mean everything in it is a lie?
Should check it out.
Say pit
Yes.
or pit.
It. P-I-T. It.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so as you go to kind of check it out, you do get that in here. It is there are 4 guards standing on watch, and your so members as you approach guards. So there's basically a guard in kind of corner, and in the center of the room, notice like what large just hole. And as you approach the front 2 guards, step towards and kind of center. You're basically kind of walking through things so they station themselves so that walking. Guards at the back kind of at more stance as approaching. Excuse me, what business do you have here?
Uh,
Oh,
we
you
were.
seek food and drink for the evening.
Yes, that will not be it. anywhere.
I thought we were going to the tavern.
It was on your way out of the exit that the pit. You guys have not.
Um,
Mm.
I don't believe we were intending to go into the pit. We were simply leaving.
It's easy to get turned around. Think but the best.
Does it seem like they're doing anything nefarious in there just as we're leaving?
Doing anything what?
Nefarious? Like, what's it called? The pit of what?
Falsehood.
Falsehoods? Like, are they like throwing people in a pit or something?
Falsehoods. So as you're looking,
Throwing books in a pit, maybe?
yeah, as you take a look, you can see that the clergy members kind of thumbing through different books that they have, stacks of books near them, and you see every now and then that they take a book and are throwing it. And
Oh.
in like, it seems like, assuming that you all have been there talking for a minute or two, it seems like after about like 2 them tossing books, sometimes it just takes them thumbing through a couple of pages and the book gets tossed. So after they put a pretty decent number, you hear this kind of like rumbling sound. It almost sounds as if that rat stomach, but it's very clearly coming from down below. Kind of horn part as this is happening. And that would just be Valentine.
Guys, I think they might have a book eater in there.
What a
Book
waste of
eater
purpose.
eating the. Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
You go.
I'm just like, they're better off burning them because at least then they're going to get some warmth from it. I'm like, instead of feeding it to some monster.
Hey guys, Cody has read a history book before. This seems very bad. That's all I'm gonna say.
So many.
Oh, trust me,
forbidden
my brain's
terms.
already on that train of thought.
Yeah. But as we leave, I was just gonna say, I really don't trust any guard who's willing to do something like that. So, how about we just be careful? Ugh.
Tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you all exit and get a good distance away from the temple, is you or you just Tavern?
Yeah,
Are there any guards around?
As you take a look around, not see.
I think I'll be on the safe side. I'll push forward. I'm thinking about that little thing in the book, but maybe be a bit more sneaky about it.
Well, and I don't know. Did Valentine?
Yeah.
Oh, true.
I know. I did say the book has more than it seems. So.
Oh, true.
And I'll definitely just be like, maybe wait till we're indoors or something. I didn't want to take it out in there. But I ain't trust shit anymore.
Walls have eyes.
All right. So you head to the tavern, and as you approach, you can hear sounds to be upbeat coming from tavern. Tavern itself, like outside, looks like it definitely looks like it has seen some better days. But overall, it looks to be as though it was probably pretty impressive, and for some wear and tear has but overall compared to any structures and that you've as you've been walking, it does look to be in the best of shape, like it's taken care of as best as it. Um, and you see the sign of tavern is a goblet that shining goblet, and it appears to be, right now it's about midday, so like the sign has this like glowing effect to it as you're you all side.
Well, at least Kale's.
Yeah, I mean, we got
Yes.
nowhere else to go.
Well,
Not without our magic.
Agreed.
as you enter in, you can see that the kind of like high energy, like exciting, festive even, and looks to be a popular establishment. Everyone beverages. There's some live entertainment up on the stage. You can see that there appears kind of like a small band playing fast-paced music as you're approaching it. You can see that behind bar area that there appears to be currently working as they're you also notice in that same area but not like up front serving getting she catches your eye a half elf who kind of sitting looks like she's concentrating quite a bit and like she's concentrating to the point where it's like she's not even really focused on whatever daydream might be lost in. Um, what you notice is like she is young. She is dressed very. She has clothing that has been by wine. Contrast very sharply against flashier clothing few people working the bar are currently wearing, and there is somebody that's kind of seated at the bar. So it's like a U-shaped bar, and they're kind of seated near her and like talking, and like she's not paying her. And the other thing, like at her clothing, thing that really out to you is she have a hair comb that she is currently sitting.
I'll point her out to the party. Hey, That woman has a neat hair comb and she seems super distracted.
If her name's Agatha, I'm not going anywhere near that.
I don't know, my eyes are kind of drawn to her for some reason. I don't know. She seems important.
Well, you all might as well get some drinks and some food while we make our way over there, or if you want to order something from the bar, we can do that, though I'm not sure how wise it would be for all of us to approach this woman at the same time.
Never creep someone out.
Flagged on all sides. Who are you?
You seem important.
Who are you? Who are you? What are you for? Tell us everything.
Nice call.
Hmm.
I'll tell you guys what, I'll stand by the door and just keep a watch on things. I don't have any money to buy drinks, so.
I
None
don't
of
think
us
any
have money.
Okay.
What?
But you all have your with
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does the token match the sign outside? The emblems on the token?
also I just saw some notes and things. You all were at not the
Mm.
Temple of Truth.
I do.
Oh, so we went to the wrong church.
Classic.
Of course, we're silly adventurers.
no,
I can't read.
The Robert would have said that told you church.
No, it was old man
Yes.
Robar.
Okay. He should have said temple.
No.
Oh, you mean 0787?
Let's go to the United Methodist, not the Methodist Church. It was
Goes to- Okay, so as tavern. So are you? Oh, you wanted to know if it.
yeah, it's like the goblet, the same goblet that's stamped on the coin, or is it whatever on the coin, wooden coin, carved into?
Oh, okay. So thought that was a thing. And going back to a question that you all had asked her, like, recognize each other. You guys do have that mark on your
Mm.
academy.
Except for me.
Yeah.
'Cause I gotta be different.
That's okay. I mean, technically, Nyx is different too.
Yeah, I got a different sign.
Yeah, but he still has a mark. I don't have any marks.
Three of us seem to have been cool, and I don't know about you two.
Oh, no, I've got a mark too. I'm also cool. I'm very cool.
You got this one.
If anything, my one is quite unique.
And to answer the question, so on that coin, the goblet does look to be the same as the goblet of the tavern, and then don't forget on the other side you have that card.
Find a table. We can hide what Nyx is going to be doing.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you look around the room for a table that's not front and center. Kind of in dark area, tavern itself, and it takes a little bit of waiting, as it is a pretty busy establishment. But soon enough, you do have a place where any
Hey, good dog.
you thought movement liquid. That is not what that meant.
Sounded the same to me.
All right, so you take a seat at the table. Is anyone go in at all?
Sure, because I'm probably the smallest one here. Probably wouldn't be able to shadow or shield Nyx very much for what she's able to do.
Yeah, so you approach the tavern. As you do, the servers are extremely well dressed. Their clothes, really fancy, especially comparing to you. And they're very sociable. As they are getting talking, they like talk really fast or move quickly. Tell that they are pretty attentive to their customers, just based on like the first kind of glimpse of them that you get as you're approaching, and about people's name, whatnot, and approach. You see them both kind of stop, like they were super busy moving, and they stop. They looked at you for a moment. And, oh, you here? You seem to be a different face.
Yes, me and my friends just got into town. I'm gonna point towards Valentine and not towards the table.
Ah, I see. What has brought you here to Mirabar? In particular,
Not really. I don't think. I don't know. I just woke up.
just passing through. Oh, understood. A long journey. Sure.
I was wondering if I could get 2, 4, 5 because we get 6 because Rod probably is gonna want 3 L's. But can I get 6 ales? Order 6 ales, and I know I have no money, so I'm just gonna take the wooden coin and just slide it across the bar.
Smooth.
Time to find out.
Yep.
I see. Yes. First round will certainly be on the house for
Hmm.
we're going to need vaccine regarding it.
Hmm. Uh,
And as she tells you this words, the back in the bar area, the one concentrating, not
Mm.
going on around her, she will be
Mm.
best able to. This guarantees one round of drinks. Like 6 ales, you said, for you and your friends. Of course, no problem whatsoever. You want to wait for it, or shall we bring it over?
I'll wait for it.
Ah, yes,
I don't know
yes,
how
yes.
long y'all are gonna take.
No problem at all. And then she begins to get ales gathered up for the group. As she, approach Rexine.
I don't know. It depends. How interested was Valentine and Rexine? Do I need to play wingman?
Seen a cat
I mean, he lost his cat girl, but I mean, half elf is fine, right?
Alexa, no. I just want to point out I have 8 charisma, so
That's why I said I'll play wingman, which means I do all the talking. Ugh. No, not yet. I should probably consult with the other people. But the weird elf looking at a hairpin is, or hair comb is the one we want to talk to. That and I want to see what's in this damn book.
Same here.
So, you wait for the drinks, and then bar gets those for you. And are you sure you can manage? Quite a few on there for you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take them 2 at a time. You know, just to be safe. Want to prevent any major party fouls.
Ah, yes, that makes perfect sense. Of course. Sure you don't want help, though. Happy to help.
No, it's fine. Y'all look busy. I mean, they don't, but you know.
No, they do. They would look pretty busy.
Okay. Yeah, no, y'all are busy. I can handle this.
Okay, if you insist. Problem at all. Well, enjoy your time here, and you wonderful.
Why does it sound like I just got off a flight? Thank you for flying Southwest.
please give us 5 stars on the app. The fuck?
Gonna get that Yelp review in. But yeah, no, I'm gonna take 3 trips to the bar, I guess, so I can bring the drinks back. First 2 are just going down in front of Rab, because I'm sure he's still depressed about the endless decanter of ale.
So sad.
um,
Gone forever.
time. Go up. Drinks. Does continue to ask each time to make fact good and
Yeah, no, still good.
Are you sure?
okay if you insist.
I mean, y'all are really busy.
We're too busy for custom.
Mm. I mean, I've got no money, so I mean, she's not getting a tip.
It's you leave a review or it outside.
Host was very pushy. Had to tell them no 5 times. 3 stars. Now we'll bump it up to 4 because I think 3 stars is still considered bad, but they're not getting 5.
You don't deserve 5.
But yeah, let's see what's in this book.
Now that all the drinks have appeared,
Mhm.
and it looks like we're rather secluded, kind of looking to Rab and Kale to kind of shield any onlookers. Next is going to try to open the book.
Okay. Roll stealth with kind of block.
Does that just cancel out with my disadvantage?
Well, so that's from your armor, right?
Yeah.
So actually roll. Not move.
Okay. A 15 and a 9. 15 flat.
Yeah, no one appears to be at the group. However, it's very tavern where like, everyone's kind of really focused on what they have going on. you are able to take a look at what is going on unexpected. And as you are looking, you notice that same where you're quickly thumbing through and realize like you can't thumb through the last couple of pages. Well, not couple of pages, like last good chunk book, because phrase like shut at that point, kind of open up, like page covering what seems to follow. As look and see that like small paper, and it does look like perhaps at some something else you can kind of dust that has settled around. It looks like there is perhaps a that had been kept in here that, but that small paper still.
Slightly disappointed there's no dagger. She's going to look at the parchment to see if it says anything.
You take a look at the parchment, and as it is very thin, it's probably the like thinnest piece of parchment you've ever like, touched. It not like as parchment, and as are you get that it vaccine. Raxine Kramer, and it just says Raxine Kramer has goblin next, or not a goblin, goblet next to it. And then you also see you see something that is written language, but you not.
Going to pass the parchment around to the people who are on the table. Do any of you read this secondary part of this parchment?
Mm,
We can't cast spells, right, Charlie?
Correct right now. Cast spell as cast it.
I likely don't know it.
Be the first person you.
Whoever's on her left-hand side.
Rab will be there. Rab will look at it.
Rab, you look at it and nope, you have no idea.
Those are words. Makes no sense.
Yeah, I believe they are.
Just keeps it going.
I guess Kale would be next.
Well, you take a look at it, and it appears to be, you, immediately recognize it, and, as it, um, it says As you read over it, it says in order to restore any lost skills, sure to pray.
Oh,
fuck?
Kale is holding it in his hand, and his finger kind of traces it, and he's kind of lip reading. Then he kind of slides it in the center of the table and just says, apparently, if we wish to get our skills back, it advises that we pray and hope the gods hear us. It's almost like a cruel joke.
Yeah. Nothing else? No secret, forbidden loot somewhere in the distance?
Umptious just waiting for me to talk to him. That sound right.
Mm.
There's no hunt.
At least not leading from this. There's still a hunt we could go on in terms of after this, but this paper only says speak to Rainy Roxanne, something along those lines. It's been a long day.
Mm.
And he kind of takes the ale, kind of pretends to drink it, and then sets it back down and just looks at it, wonders what he's doing, and then just slides it over because he looks like he needs it more. Anyway, looks like we have a conversation we need to have.
Where do we find Roxanne? Like the
Oh.
police will show up and bring her?
Oh no, she's that weirdo looking with the comb. Valentine pointed out earlier.
Oh, and Rab unsubtly turns and looks at it. That one?
Yeah, that one.
No, good. Oh, good one, old chap.
What is Valentine waiting for? Is he scared?
Maybe he's warming up, you know? He's like a slow to start, but when he's on fire, he's on fire.
Guys, I'm standing by the door not doing anything.
Anyway, are we wanting me to go talk to her? Do you want to go talk to her as a group? How do we want to handle this?
Go as a group. Safety in numbers, I guess.
And she's at a bar stool by herself?
No.
Yes, she's at the bar, and she is kind of like seated more towards like back where like all the alcohol would be, at it, and is just not paying attention.
So I'll grab one of the drinks that hasn't been taken by Rab, and I will go to Valentine and be like, yeah, we're gonna go talk to your elf friend.
I was almost ready. Come on. I need like 5 more minutes. Wait, so which one are we talking to? The blue comb or the
one with the comb? Yeah. Her
Same.
name is Roxanne, by the way.
Rex.
Don't start it off with calling her Roxanne. You're not going to get
Roxanne.
any points.
I don't want to be the one to talk to her. I'm nervous.
I mean, you were doing so well with Alexa. I thought you were going to go for this one too.
Yeah, I'll come in after you guys ask her all the questions once you wear down her guard. That sounds so fucked up.
I love that you're kind of charisma to talk to this person.
Not.
I mean, There was a
Sounds going.
reason why I suggested that Kale needs the one to go.
Sill's going? She's a bard!
Yeah, I'm going. I wanted to fuck with Valentine.
I'll also like back you up. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
you break the ice.
Okay. But if I end up with her, I don't want to hear no complaining.
Honestly, that's pretty cool. So, you do you.
Getting
Assumptions
thumbs up from the
being
table.
I've been over as the DM trying to get you all to hook up with in every single car.
Oh, you're talking about Shawnee's doing very well with Sereth right now. I mean, death
Just,
could.
it
Cool,
just
I
took
cover her.
blowing up the game for that to happen.
Mm.
Anyway,
Yes. So you approach. Does not seem to notice approaching. So is it just Syl and Valentine that is like directly going up at the bar?
I don't think Valentine's following me.
Oh, it's just
I am. I'm backing you up.
Oh, okay, you are.
I think if Kale wants to come, I think they're free to come as well.
I think Kale will follow, but sit like 6 bar stools down and just keeps an eye on them.
I know that move.
Mm.
If that's Valentine's thing, that Kale's just gonna look, give him just a subtle forehead job. And then just like shoos them over as Kale takes his seat a little ways down from where Roxanne is sitting, and this and he took one of the ones that weren't. He probably grabbed an empty glass that somebody left that they hadn't picked up yet and just sets it in front of himself and just kind of holds it there as he just looks around.
As you're sitting there holding in the glass, one of the approaches. You need another.
No, I'm still nursing this one on the way down, but I appreciate your attentiveness and good service, but I am truly just fine.
I see it. Your glass appears to be empty. Sure, you don't need more.
Yes, I'm just fine.
Understood. Well, just give a wave if you decide that you happy to.
Appreciated.
As
Oh.
you approach,
And Q Bard.
as you approach, Rex, what? Like, do you say anything?
I'm just gonna like saddle up to the bar, you know, put like a elbow on it, and then be like, Roxine is it? I'm gonna put like the coin like in her line of sight.
You say your name the first time. He does not seem to move, notice you or anything. As you kind of put that coin like right line of sight, she kind of does like, I wouldn't say startled, but like, you know, just kind of takes a moment, blinks a bit, scrubs her eyes, and oh, I see. Do you have any questions about this? Know what it entails?
I have no idea. I was hoping you could tell us everything. And I'm gonna
Most
assume
certainly.
because that piece of parchment had her name on it too, I'm gonna like hand that over to her and be like, "Do you know anything about the second part?" While we're at it.
Oh, geez.
As you like go to hand that to her, she like in that very alert goes to grab it from if you
Mm.
want to try to hold on to it versus let it, you can.
Nah, I mean, we've already read it. There's no reason to keep it.
Okay. As soon as she sees that, she grabs it. Is there anyone else that is by still?
I am. Or Valentine.
And then I'm probably like 15 feet away, probably.
Yeah, and there are some people that would be in between, are about 6 down, you had said. Valentine, this is something where you notice that Maxine has clearly grabbed something. So you don't see what it grabbed, and as soon as she grabs that, you see like her hand, and obviously still like you're aware of very much assume exactly what's happening as she does it, whereas Valentine just knows that she and that was kind of nothing else. Oh, okay, like she maybe is really friendly, but still you see she grabs it, snatches it from her hand, and does like one of those like she yawns and then like goes to cover it with that same hand she snatched it. Then she begins kind of talking with her hands, and it's very evident that that is no longer anymore.
Oh, she ate it. I mean,
Classic.
we would have burned it, but no magic.
Well, and she like I wouldn't say nervous. Like she does not seem nervous. Like the clergy member that you were to,
Mm.
she just seems very determined to get you from here to somewhere else. And she like is a little bit more energetic and stuff. I wouldn't like say hyper, but like very much different kind of comparison to how she'd been drawn in like bubble world things. Like now she's just about to get going. Oh well, that coin is well, it is a very rare experience that it entitles its bearer in any other for a VIP experience.
Um, there's a less than VIP experience to whatever this is.
Oh, this is the VIP, especially tailored for anyone who has such one of these. I guarantee you will fancy very much.
Mm. It sounds like my upper management some days. She's saying words, but they don't mean anything.
Oh no, trust me, this is you're going to enjoy it. You everyone adores having this. Can think of it as being pampered.
Okay, so what does the experience actually entail? Are you about to sell me like a
Right
timeshare?
there. As you ask what it entails, and she goes, right there. And you see that very fine dressed man approaches. He is in stunning blue silk robes, and he kind of glides. He looks at you and Valentine, and is this all? Will you come with for your VIP?
Look at
Anyone else?
Valentine.
We just
Um,
out our friends.
I mean, I
Seeing
don't
this,
trust a
Kale
man
will
that glides.
Kale will get up from his seat. I'm assuming he's like tall enough that he can kind of make eye contact with the two at this table.
Mhm.
Because Kale's about 6'3".
Yes. Tall enough.
So Kale will kind of try to get their attention as subtly as he can to get them to come over.
No, it's
Before
a
he-
compass. It's super cool. You can't. You like what you've got isn't that great, but the compass.
No. But you see the lines here, the penmanship. It's all about the detail.
And you
can't
two
go-
just see like
there's-
Kale like trying to wave at you or get you to come over from the bar.
Two more beers.
Yes, yes, two for me as well.
Oh, is there a guy walking up on Sylv in Valentine? Maybe we should go over there.
He's kind of smooth with it as well.
He floats really weird.
Yeah. Oh well, let's go check it out.
And we will get up and go over. Settling, as always.
I see that you
Stumbling
have
a little
more
bit.
companions. The more the merrier. It makes for the experience. Shall we go now?
Mm.
So do we each get our own separate room where we're pampered, or all in the same room? It'd be kind of weird, but I guess I'm into it.
What are we doing in the same room?
I'm sorry, I feel like I've missed out a crucial part.
I might be misreading the room here.
To put it simply, we're all being led to another place. Just play it calm and see where this goes.
He has already begun to.
But as we're
Anyone asks, the secret word is pineapple.
okay. As we're walking away, I am gonna like sadly like point over my shoulder to Roxine and be like, so like cast message. Oh no, I can't cast spells. Damn it.
Yeah,
So failing the cast message, I'm gonna walk back to Roxine real quick and be like, so about that dagger, and then just run away. Be like, I know. You're not getting rid of me that easily.
It should be that after you puzzle. As you're led by a man fine robes, he takes you room back tavern area. Very risky back room. It looks new, whereas Stephanie Tavern, I wouldn't say a ran down tavern, but of probably like trusted. See that decorated, and as you'll find gather, or if you take stuff, so like you essentially have like nice like couches, the calming because of shades of, and as find a place and
it would sit.
I'm gonna remain standing as a power play.
You can't get relaxed unless you sit, Sil. Jeez. I sit down like a good little boy.
Next
Putting
will lounge
on-
in the chair.
Bring on the prize.
Probably is gonna be a rust monster.
couches.
Oh,
Yeah, his
Oh, no.
power
He said his power flickered.
Oh, let's go ahead because we're at like a quick break. Solid. We'll go 8. So if you're watching on the stream, we will be back at 8:05.
Bye, stream.
Oi.
I
All right. Hello. Welcome back. We found Ricky alive and well.
To be determined.
All right. So, here's where we were at. I'll just kind of pick back up with kind of cut out. So you all have just been led to the back room. It is like a very finely decorated room, very nice furniture. There's couches in there, and Ricky, I had said that Rab would probably just like jump onto a couch and lay down, not paying. Anybody else needing space? Did I them?
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
like
There's-
that to me sounds like Rab.
There's couch is as a multiple.
But and as you guys are kind of getting yourself situated, comfortable, some are standing or sitting or laying or whatever the case may be. The individual who led you all back here is has black hair. It's a little bit on the longer side, like me, and it again is dressed in very stunning robes. As he and you all get welcome VIP experience. I hope it is all that you are looking for. And then he extends his hand out to begin to self to the I am Lapis. You are and first since Syl is standing direction and waits to
I don't take his hand, but I will just, arms crossed, very suspicious about the whole thing. You can call me Syl.
the pleasure is mine. Syl pulls back his hand. Is there anyone else that's
Still sitting.
okay? Next he'll go to Rab, who's stretched out and other comfort. Name is Lapis, and you are.
Rab many arrows. Rab will reach up from this laying down, just shake his hand real hard.
That's quite the grip that you have there, sir. He seems to kind of flinch in pain as you grab on to shake his.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Oh no, apology is not needed. I should probably maybe work on my hand strength a little more. Anyway, he approaches Valentine next.
Mm.
Lapis, might you be?
Well, do you want the name I think I am or the number that I was given? Because I think I'm Valentine. But
Valentine. That is quite the name. I do enjoy it. Very fancy. And he extends his hand. Do you take it?
yeah. I mean, he just said my name was fancy. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Are you flirting with me?
Cody, my NPCs are not always flirting.
Every single NPC.
Every single NPC is just trying to get you. Charismatic.
I know, I know.
That makes sense. That makes sense though, because you just have no idea. You think everything is flirting. You're so clueless. Next he goes to is it? I think it's because I want to say your name, Aaron.
It's Kale.
Kale. Okay, not Kale.
Like the food.
Okay. Kale. He goes to you. He reaches his hand out to you and says, "Lapis, you are."
A pleasure, I'm sure. The name is Kale. And he goes to shake his hand, but rather than a handshake, he does the warrior's shake. The grip of the forearms shake, and just does it quick once, and then let's go.
All right. Different customs, understood. Good. It's a delight to meet such interesting people. And looks like last we have Madam, and my name is Lapis, and you might be.
She kind of rolls her eyes a little bit. Nick Stalavia Valkyries.
Pleasure, of course, is mine, Nick. Do you take his hand?
After hearing him call her Nyx, she just kind of uses the thumb and two fingers and just kind of wiggles his hand. A little bit of disgust in there.
That is a much better grip, I feel. Friend over there. Thank you, thank you. Anyone who shook his hand,
Of course.
or whatever Nick did, you cannot you cannot help but notice that where like your tattoo, if you're in the everyone except for Aaron, is your mark is can't help but notice that his sparkling.
Well, that explains the name.
Lapis lazuli.
I do
It
have
is
one right here.
such a pleasure having you all here. Wonderful enjoyment of said. Only you are invited back here. I hope that you all will appreciate it. Is there anything you all would like to share about yourself? Love getting pass on through the tavern here.
Kale just
Oh,
kind
don't
of
be
looks
shy.
around to see if anybody wants to say anything first.
I'm just trying to figure out what the
Would you-
fuck the deal with this place is.
I woke up in a vat 3 hours ago, and no one has given a straight answer all day. That is
Sounds
everything I want to share.
Sounds like it's rather frustrating. I apologize if you answered at this. Sure, no one's meant any ill harm your way.
I'm pretty sure it's on purpose.
No, not once to a kid like that. That's fun. I apologize. Hopefully you were able to find her out here. Solved? Else. I'll remember.
What's it to you?
Well, I'm merely interested. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pry or to be nosy or any of the like. I just always like meeting pass through. It brings me such joy, but I don't want to seem rude if that's just how I'm coming across. The sincerest of that is terribly sorry.
It's more of, it seems like there's a secret everyone else is in on and we're not allowed in on it. Now, this isn't my first rodeo of this whole shebang, but not being in on the secret isn't exactly the best time for those who aren't in on the secret. So, if you want information about what we remember, at least for myself, unless I go back a ways in my life, I don't remember much. Especially since I was last up and about. Anything that happened since then, I have very, very little memory of. Perhaps the rest of them can say otherwise, but I'm just speaking for myself here.
I understand. As you pointed, are and endings, perhaps you restoration. Everyone probably is. Sure.
You know, I have a quick question. I don't want to seem rude, but
Oh, of course.
in all
Fine,
honesty,
sir.
yeah, all honesty, why should we trust you? Because you brought us to a second location. We all know that's bad. But
Oh, it's such a
yeah, it
fine
just seems
location, and
like
it's
everyone's
still here in Tavern. I don't see how this sort of second location is your room.
it just seems strange. Like what Kale said, it seems like we have no reason to trust anybody except the people we woke up with. Everyone else is just different than at least how I remember.
Everything is a bit different. I'm never quite sure. Feeling what I completely understand. I promise it's not my intent or anyone. You're confused and making further disconnected. That is very difficult.
Well, you've been kind enough, so guess I'll trust you for now.
Yes, I will be your bestie for now. As he is talking, so you keep, in your mind, hearing a voice trying to grab your, um, they seem to be trying to bond before they really say much. Kind of hear, who are you listening? In your mind.
It's like this message work. Hello? I'm gonna say that in my mind because I don't want to say it out loud. We'll just try it with my mind first. I'm just gonna answer back like, hello?
Um, So as you answer back, you can my wonderful is Rexine, owner of the goblet, silent axes. Now you likely have any questions why you're here. However, the answers will not. Fiddlestick. Also, at our request, sabotage greater degree of autonomy. AOs are only
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
The only one can be your only hope.
Um,
I can't have been the only one who thought that.
Ugh. So, can you at least tell me what this whole VIP thing is about? It's really sketching me out.
well as a that required a greater deal. Not
Mm.
everyone. Very careful. Fortunate. Remember, tavern. There now. You should. Many secrets. Best. Innocent. Less is.
Okay, well, I've definitely got that covered with Lapis over here. Uh, I mean, it's a resistance, so is this like the only place you meet, or is there like a better place for this? What do you want from us, I guess, is. Trying to think of who's standing closest to me. Or I guess sitting. Y'all are sitting. I'm thinking about who's sitting closest to me. I can't cast message. This is so hard.
I know we don't know this information that Sill's getting,
Mm.
but would the gems, would that just be like the people who are dressed nicely? That's what it kind of seems like. This guy seems to be dressed nicely. The girl pointed to Roxine wasn't.
um. So the gems, because she said that they were working at the tavern.
Once again, I don't know any of that. Just
Yeah. Um. Heather, what is would like?
What exactly she wants from us? Because I mean, there's got to be a catch. Oh yeah, we sabotaged specifically U5 for the resistance. It seems like so. I want to know how long this leash is going to be.
maybe she just thought you were really attractive.
Yeah, she just walked through and looked in all the bats and was like, "Yep." Especially that half orc got her heart racing. So
That's cut.
goes on to say, and I lived my whole life chaos and the darkness Vecna brought to this. Most importantly, I've seen the suffering that is important to me to eradicate suffering. So that there is a particular reason that chosen ask really do hope that you are
Mm.
and have to be um your Vecna eyes, not trust.
Mm.
Please be, especially in their profession. They seem to be great listeners, and they in fact are great listeners. Listening to see what mind back with. Be mindful.
Mm. Oh, what was up with that piece of paper? I mean, obviously you wouldn't want it around because it had your name on it, but
Yes. Well, it is important that we find ways to steer you in the correct direction. So, or I can simply tell by looking at you,
Mm.
we're likely. First question. I'm able
mm.
where to get testing. Which you should be, of course, you are of your own mind, likely or not, body that you had before. So need to do as you
Mm.
leader, and we wanted abilities turn. Took quite a while to create really not um divert
Mm.
quite a while to be. Hopefully, it wasn't too much trouble.
Nope, it was what was the saying? A needle in a needle stack. But I mean, is it necessary to pray, or is it just gonna like we'll wake up tomorrow and it'll be there? Because I don't think one of our guys is really the praying type. I don't even think he knows what God to pray to. I think the only person he prays to is himself. Yes, I'm throwing shade at Valentine. Or maybe
Well,
Alfred, I don't
perhaps
know.
he is. Perhaps he is a guard himself, or a god himself. Maybe that's all that he needs to pray to.
Mm.
Is Rexine flirting with me?
Oh my god.
I'm just
He didn't
kidding.
even talk to you.
That's gonna be the running joke all campaign.
Not everybody is trying to flirt with you, Cody.
Hey, I had to turn down Lucky in the other campaign, okay? I am not flirting with you.
Any other questions that you have for Rexine?
I don't know. Are there any other questions things we should ask?
Where's the knife?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Are you asking your group aloud?
No,
Oh.
I'm just gonna assume that if I ask them out of character, Sil would think of it in character.
Fair enough.
I mean, the biggest question Kale would have is what in the world has happened in the 5 years we weren't here?
Mm. Yeah.
Like,
Who were
what?
we being?
That's
Who were we being?
also what was she?
Avoiding from?
Yeah.
Also, she did call us AOs. What in the world is an AO? So that was another thing that stuck out to me.
We are not joining Scientology. Tell her that just straight up.
Sultan.
Ask her what VR is. I'm pretty sure it's Vecna's Rain, but like, I'd
Yeah.
like to know.
I was gonna say because like looking at the way the Forgotten Realms does things, I was like, as soon as I heard VR5, I was like, oh, that's like the Vecna timeline. But yeah, so VR. So VR, what happened in 5 years? What's in the AO and anything else?
Knife.
Knife. That's right. Okay. We'll start with the one she probably doesn't know the answer to. So well,
Excuse you, Heather.
when I mentioned it before, she gave me a confused look. So I'm like, so what happened to the knife in that book we found?
She gave you a confused look because you fucking turned and ran, motherfucker. You're like,
gonna
I
assume
mentioned the knife and I run.
Well, I couldn't cast message, so I had to make sure to stay with the group. Wouldn't want to split the party.
Yes. Okay. Go. Alright, you're going with the dagger first?
Yeah.
As you ask about the dagger, she simply says, ask your friend, was it Nyx that had the book? Ask for her to open.
Oh, okay. You mentioned AO earlier. What exactly is that in relation to? I won't ask us. Well, not necessarily us, because obviously that's like our model type. So, are there different models besides AOs, or is AO the only one? What does it mean?
I see. Yes, I'm sure you are. I'm intrigued to understand more about current day. Of course, that makes sense. So I myself, I am a trueborn. So I have always been exactly how. But you all are. Your minds have artificial accelerated organ. What AAO. And well, simply put, you are a combination of put together, for lack of a better term, experiments, I guess if you will. I personally am not overly familiar with AAO besides knowing that and possess their previous abilities and skills, and often it's hard for my understanding is for you all to understand that what you are seeing is not necessarily what the rest of us see. Don't quite look the way that you once did.
So I don't look like how I look?
And no, you're part of the experimentation, and also uh maybe more sake for comfort is that uh your mind is playing a trick on you. I think would be how I'd put it. Yeah, you do not possess the same body, just simply your mind.
For an
So,
existential crisis.
to explain out of character if I'm interpreting right, essentially our minds are projecting our old bodies on top of our new bodies, and that's what we're perceiving.
Correct.
Fantastic.
Oh
My
god.
patient's gonna be pissed.
Okay. I'm gonna skip past that crisis, my identity crisis, real quick. So what I guess these are kind of the same thing. What's up with the whole VR5 thing? And I think I already know the answer, but what happened in the 5 years we were asleep? Sleep. Yeah, I know. Get fucking Matrix.
What didn't happen in the 5 years that you were resting, of course, is probably easier to answer. But I guess it is. Well, Vecna has risen into power, so we are under Vecna's reign. Well, I don't necessarily even know where to begin with all of the tales. What has happened? Um, but it seems as though how Vecna has gained even more power than he had before you all were placed into that. You know several secrets, extremely powerful. As I hate to say, but has tried to uh over as God. Struggled in that realm. Still found quite powerful magic. Has he begun to create chaos year after year? It seemed that he became more and more powerful and more corrupted. At this point, grandest of into life,
Mm.
a series of trickery and thing. Finally, power 5 years ago, essentially was reborn and able to gather much evil. Just the cultists that he wants to follow him. That works from the Dark Arrow Keep. The Yantai, is that how you all say that?
Snake
You
people.
mean you people?
You want tea?
Yeah, Yanti. From Nardra giants from all across the Sword Coast, and more is from the Warlock script. All fighting. Realms have been devastated by the attack. Of course, as one that gets broken down, eventually it falls. So it's so all it took Vecna was about a year's time before he was able to clear himself. evil has since ruled.
Hmm. Okay. So about this VIP experience, it keeps getting brought up. I'm sorry. I have to know. So it's just taking us to this back room so you can talk to us. Am I reading that correctly now then?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
As far as other gyms are aware, area of inclusion for those who have received reward of a that they are able to enjoy the festive relaxation. Of course, we also allow other customers in times where we are not anticipating space to be able to purchase such a experience. Well, where granted this is a reward. All that needs.
Okay. And considering we have no money, because it seems like Twiddle Dicks, or whoever working at the lab kind of took all our money. You got any quests for us so we can get some gold of our own?
Ah, yes, that is a good place for us to be. As this conversation is happening, what is everybody else currently doing? Because I mean, it's very clear that Still is not paying attention or focused on you all at all. Valentine, you definitely perceive that it seems like kind of in that same trance like state or state that you had seen Rexine at the bar.
Right. Then I'll just leave her to do her thing in her mind. So, guys, do you want to play some? You like Monopoly or something? Like a board game we could play?
Your eyes seem pretty sharp over there. Valentine, was it?
Yeah. Thank you for the compliment. I smile at you.
He's not
Don't
funny.
let it go to your head. It's about the only thing you got going for you.
That's fair.
Um, Grab, you seem to have a penchant for drinking a lot.
I maintain the integrity and honor of my tribe by, proving that I can still outdrink most other people. It also helped pass time in the classes because they were boring as shit. And I really can't do magic. Where I can do some magic. I can do and he concentrates real hard and tries to pop up an echo. It'll work soon. And he looks at Lapis and he goes, "Right? What are we supposed to do? Grumsh, please bring me back my magic." He opens an eye and looks around like something would have happened.
So you say you drink for the honor of your tribe to prove you can outdrink most people. Does that mean, in terms of your tribe, you're like a normal drinker? Are you a heavy drinker by their standards? Are you a light drinker by their standards? It's kind of
Hey,
only curious.
they would say I was a failure because I am only a half orc.
Wouldn't that just make you half a failure?
Oh, that's good. I'll bring that up the next time I see them.
Sorry, but that's just what Gail would say.
That's a good. Hold on, half a failure. There's no. They
So-
believed that anyone born not fully orc is a lesser being. That is why, and he reaches for like his war horn that he had, realizes it's not his war horn. And he goes, "That is why winning the great hunt the years before was a great honor for me."
Well, I can't say that I inherently agree with their way of thought, but considering most people I understand view orcs as lesser beings, not that I ever think that of anyone, in my opinion, we're all equal in some way or another. We each have our own strengths, weaknesses, yada, 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 but I don't need to get into that. So I do find it odd that they would pass that judgment on to you for a circumstance outside of your own control. I mean, I don't know a lot about you, but I don't see any reason to think you any less than me.
I don't think they concentrate that hard on it. It's just everyone does the same. But having what I remember of the school, uh, I was able to thrive with the two half. What is she looking at?
Well, she's just, busy in her head or something.
Maybe she's composing a song. Yeah, the two half elves are great companions. That's why we are well marked.
Can't say that from what I can see, you could have found better people to be with, even if one of them over there doesn't seem to know how to talk to people. But they both seem to have their own uses.
Valentine does great with like servants and guards. He does real good with guards. He had a guard. I vaguely remember that was like bringing him things. It was wild.
Fillmore. I remember his name.
Oh, that's quite good. What about you, Next? What's the story that you remember, or what's something that you treasure, or some story about yourself?
I think at this point, since this is a VIP room, I imagine there'll be like snacks and stuff around the room that she would have
Yes,
grabbed.
there
like
would be.
a bowl of nuts or something has just been throwing them in the air and trying to catch them with her mouth. Well, I remember some family. They didn't really look onto me too favorably. All of them were rather successful scholars, warriors, spellcasters. We sought to do something with the mysteries of dragonkind, and I found a book. This book right here, actually. That's about as much as I remember.
Interesting. Well, I've always been in some sort of fight in one way or the other. Whether it was in one life or this one or perhaps other lifetimes, I'm never sure. I've just always been fighting, never really had much attachments besides what was in front of me, because I learned that when you're fighting, it it helps to have something you're fighting for, but you got, at least from my experience, you learn that forming attachments to folks you fighting with, especially when you don't know when either of you's gonna die, just makes life harder. So I've just learned to just ease my way through things. To be honest, it's the most I've been around a group of people since, well, last time I was in a camp like this, because usually if I'm out in a tavern, I'm usually by myself. What about you, sparkly eyes? As he looks over at Valentine.
You noticed. Oh. I'm not really too sure what's real anymore. I mean, I vaguely remember memories of Luskin, but I'm not even sure if that's real. You know what I mean? Everything feels so different now. And I don't feel rich anymore. And before I could definitely feel it. Now, I don't know. I don't know what my worth is to people anymore now that I don't have money.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. So we should have been referring to you as Your Highness Sparkly Eyes. I understand. I won't forget next time, I promise.
All is forgiven. I guess I'm just trying to figure out what my use is to people now that I don't have money.
Valentine, you will still scout for us. Take the van. And then, was there a dog here?
I don't remember.
The dog was fun.
What was the dog's name? Lancelot.
I think it was
I'm sorry.
another universe.
We are super giggly.
Oh my god, my nose is bleeding.
What?
Oh no.
No.
Still. Like, she is still out of it, guys. I don't know what she's doing.
I wonder how many of these peanuts I can get into her mouth while she's focusing.
Well, that's a
You wanna
good game.
have
That's way better at board games.
All right. I'll hand some nuts out to everybody.
Hey, I've got an idea. You should play rock, paper, scissors to see who has to clean up the drool from the corner of her mouth.
No, I think I can hit it with the peanut. I think I can clean that off from here.
If
One
you
eye
do
closed.
that, I promise to give you my ales for the next week if you can do
Oh.
that.
It is on.
Alrighty,
Charlie,
so
what
what's
do I
this
need to
mission?
Yes.
I want to see if they can make it into your mouth.
What are we rolling?
What
Like
are we
a
rolling?
slack
Oh gosh,
draw.
I am open to suggestions on what we think that roll would be.
I mean, it's a ranged attack, so Dex
Yes.
plus proficiency.
Sounds good to me.
Are you proficient in peanut?
Everyone's proficient in peanuts.
Alright.
Better hope Sill's not allergic.
Anybody
Oh,
have a
God.
peanut?
Her face is starting to swell.
Roll for allergy?
Medicine check?
Throw.
I feel like
Oh.
peanut allergies are like weren't like even a thing, right? Isn't that how that worked?
Yeah, they all
None of
just
us
died
did.
beforehand.
Still works. It still works.
I rolled a 5 for peanut.
Was it Dex plus proficiency? I guess I could just roll like stealth because
Oh god.
I'll just do this.
I think an 18 makes
Oh.
it.
I just fucking huck it at you. We're trying to wake her up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I hope
My ale.
Roxine gave me all the information I needed because I'm about to choke.
The real question
Melted
is,
by
are
peanuts.
you allergic to peanuts?
I am not. Neither in real life nor in game.
That is good. At least you're not going into anaphylactic shock while talking to you, Maxine. All right. You do begin kind of choking on a peanut. You probably spit
Nice
that
shot.
out, and then you go back to asking for a quest.
Yeah. Wanted to know if she had anything for us because that's obviously where it's going to towards.
Okay. So Raxine does continue talking a little bit more about things that are going on. She mentions if you happen to hear of the Eyes of Vecna, these are not actually going to be true manifestations of Vecna, but instead will be undead creatures that are serving as spies for the local clergy. And she also talks about how Mirabar, so she continues, Mirabar was once a very wealthy city, and it unfortunately is no longer as wealthy as it had been, and the former wealth has been scattered throughout the Hall of Sparkling Stones. However, the place is full of goblins and impervious to direct assault. But the goblins, as is their nature, are lazy and inattentive, so occasionally it is possible, although dangerous, to sneak in and steal from the goblins. And here in Mirabar, the central garden once supplied enough food to feed the entire city. However, now it is a cursed, blighted place known as the Shantae's graveyard. And it's caused this because years ago, the earth goddess, Shantae, rose up from the garden to protect Mirabar. And after a rather large struggle, she was slain by Vecna, and ever since, the garden has been a haunted, forsaken place. So, very much has changed in the realms since you were last conscious with us. But I would like for you all to show me that you are, well, first capable. I know adjusting to a new body can be very difficult. And also, perhaps to build some trust between us. There's been a gang of methods that have taken up residence in what was once a weapon shop known as the House of the Bright Blade. So I think if you all could go to that area and try to exterminate them, that would be really useful. However, there is a couple of things to consider in this quest, because it sounds easy, but it's not quite as easy as one may hope that it is. So in
Character, aren't those the things that fucking explode when they die? I feel like I've heard that name before and I'm traumatized by it. Okay.
yeah, you all fought them in the Saturday
That's
morning
right.
group. When you guys became
Charlie
Where
killed
else?
us when he hit Methods in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Classic.
I was like,
I'm also
sitting-
pretty sure I killed something I wasn't supposed to kill in Baldur's Gate 3, the bear, is that right? I'm the fucker that killed the bear.
Oh, yeah.
The
Mm,
baby owlbear?
Nope.
nope.
Nope. There's a bear who's a dude.
And
No, nobody
I
can
mean,
be
Oh.
a character.
Oh.
And they
Like-
never played Baldur's Gate 3 with me again. This is how you lose your friends in
Aw.
video games. I still
And
really
you
want it for my
wonder why
PlayStation.
you do these things.
Alright,
Methods.
let's see, what does she tell you?
Give you so many warnings not to kill him.
Yeah,
Never
you
gave
think.
me nothing warned me of anything. That is make believe.
Everything
No
even
way.
effect related is very dangerous around Charlie.
Mm.
I did excellent at that game. I was so good. I was like the best one out of the group. I don't understand what they're talking about. I don't know what it's wanting me to share with you. Okay. So Oh, I was like, there is no background. Here is the background. Yeah, so she lets you know that it's at the weapon shop, the House of the Bright Blade. And she tells you that this was a widely regarded, preeminent establishment for customized daggers and swords. And in its owner and blacksmith, Zaspara Alather, was one of the finest blacksmiths of the Sword Coast. And now this abandoned shop is serving as a sweltering lair of a gang of abusive methods. And they picked this particular location because the forge is ever burning. It seems as though it is connected directly to the elemental plane of fire, which, led to the success of the smithy here. Anything you would want to ask?
Nope, it's just go there, kill some Mephits, and come back. Oh, do you want any proof we've done it? Like, what would be proof?
Well, here's the thing. The Mephits are going to continue to respawn until the forge's fire is permanently extinguished. And it's not... No one's been able to successfully get it to be extinguished. And as you may guess or assume, we have to be very strategic in meeting with other members of the resistance, so it's not as if I can go and seek out this information myself. So unless you have any ideas of how one would extinguish a ever-burning forge that's connected to the plane of fire, I would encourage you to go and meet with the Clockwork King for help, because I myself don't really know how else to get rid of this ever-burning fire.
Where does he live? Or is that just find it out yourself?
Nope, she would direct you to... Are we all still... We're on that map. So it is going to be... Where is my map? Man, this is how I feel teaching, because I have so many papers when I'm teaching. And that is what's happening now. That's the Sword Coast. Where is Mirabar? Okay, somehow I managed to lose my key. I found it. Okay. So, she would tell you that you will find, this individual in this particular area. Sorry, I managed to move one piece of paper and lose 5 more. Okay, it's gotta be A5. It also doesn't matter. He is going to be up in the southwest corner of Mirabar. So in this area that I'm pinging, you might have to zoom out.
Okay, so north is actually to the bottom of this map. Okay.
Oh, did I say south? North.
Yeah.
North. Northwest.
There you go. I marked it with the circle.
I have no idea why I would have said south. Yep, the circle.
Okay.
Thank you, Cody.
Yep.
I am not directionally challenged, I promise. Maybe just a little. I do
That's
still
all.
use my GPS to get to work. I make 4 turns. Okay. Anything else that you would ask her before you stop talking with her?
Nope. Just gonna be like, yeah, well, this was a fun, putting a lot of emphasis on fun conversation. But I think if I start choking on peanuts, we can talk again later. I'm gonna cut that connection and be like, whoever threw that peanut, your mom's a hoe.
Valentine.
Valentine's mom's also possibly
mean-
dead.
Oh,
Damn.
Everyone we may know
I
is
think
dead.
you muted yourself, Charlie.
I did. Is Valentine an orphan? Is he like
Yeah,
Batman?
yeah.
Is he like Bruce
Well, it's
Wayne?
been 5 years and there's like all this stuff going on, so everyone's parents may be dead.
Yeah.
That is true. Also true.
But yeah, I was an orphan before that. So I
Oh,
mean, maybe
Maybe
she was
they
a
came
hoe.
back. Maybe they came back.
Oh,
Maybe
your
they
mom's
are
pregnant.
AOs. All right. What would you like to do, Heather? Because you're the one with lots of information.
Lapis, was it? Would you
Oh
mind
yes,
stepping
can I
out?
get you something?
Yes. Could you just step outside this door, for me? I'll knock when I want you to come back in.
Oh, certainly. Is it a secret knock? Is it going to be, 1, 2, 3 really quickly, or is it going to be 1, pause, 2, 2, like that? Ooh, what
Uh,
kind of knock should I listen for? Well, this is most exciting.
Here, I'll demonstrate it for you.
Oh, yes.
There you go. When you hear that knock,
Oh,
you
I'm
can come
sorry.
back in.
I didn't quite catch that. Can you, one more
Oh.
time?
I don't know if I can do it loud enough.
No, it's okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh,
There
yes,
you
yes, yes. I think I got that. Yes, I certainly can. No problem. I will just step right outside the door here. Enjoy your time, of course. We know that it is
Boom.
valuable for you.
We're close. He talks a lot.
Yeah. So there's a reason for that, apparently. I just had a fun chat with Roxine, not Roxanne, Roxine. And so the reason he's so nosy is apparently he is something called a gem, which are spies from Vecna, but apparently we can trust this one. I still don't trust that one. And I'm just gonna tell him everything Roxine told me.
Okay. Are you also telling Nyx to open the book again?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her to open the book again. Oh,
Then
and
as she
by the
says
way,
that, Nexus grabs it.
Okay, you open the book. As you open the book and go back to where that compartment is, you do see that now inside of the book is what looks to be a dagger, and then you see on the dagger that there apparently is something you would, I feel like at this point, recognize the script to be what Kale was able to read before, but you couldn't. Like, it looks to be in that same kind of script.
Take the
There's a
dagger
word
out.
written on it.
Kale, could you read this for me?
Of course. Cal will extend his hand for it.
Hands it over.
And he would read it.
Yeah, so you look at it, and on here, so the dagger itself, it does have various gemstones in it, and would Valentine be looking at the dagger, Cody?
Yeah, if we're in here alone and it's like the only thing that's happening.
I mean, you guys are also throwing peanuts at people, so lots of things could be happening.
Yeah, remind me to beat your ass for that later.
She's awake now.
Yes, so you would recognize that the gemstones in here look to match gemstones that were on the comb that Rexine had.
Right, I'll point that out. I don't know if there's any significance, but seems to be the same type of material as the comb that Rexine had. There you go. Try touching one. I don't know.
Try eating one. Cody likes eating things.
Let me guess. The Elvish says friend on it or something. You just have to speak that to talk to her.
No, so on here, what it says is while holding, pray to your God in order to be heard.
Oh,
Oh, well, apparently this is something that can improve one's ability to communicate to whichever god they pray to. I mean, if you want, I can be the guinea pig. If nobody else wants to volunteer for it.
Yeah, because Valentine, who do you pray to? Yourself or your parents?
Oh, rude. I'll just pick one, okay? I know a few. I think one was like Ball or something. Maybe I'll give that one a shot.
yes.
Uh,
Let's give it a shot.
Kale would try praying to Cord.
You pray to Cord. After you are done praying, is there like you don't feel anything any different? So is there anything that he would try to do at all?
I mean, aside from like the usual prayer stuff where, close your eyes, fold your hands, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
He would try to see if he can summon his blade. He'd like reach out his hand, into the empty space and try to will his blade into existence. See if anything happens.
Yeah, so as you go to summon your blade, it does appear before you.
And now
Well-
you're a cleric.
Yes, I am now Warlock Cleric. Please level up to level 5. Take a cleric level. But I'll wave it in the air. It does its usual stuff. I don't know what just happened, but seems like my at least abilities are back. And he'll kind of point to
Too shabby.
I assume Rob probably has some spilled ale on himself or the peanuts on Sly's garment and try to cast prestidigitation to get rid of it.
Yeah, Rab is looking cleaner than you've ever seen him look.
Hey now.
Whatever this is, this works, guys. And he passes the dagger to whoever wants to grab it next. He's not going to force anyone to take it, but
Guys, that smell's gone all of a sudden, too.
Let's see.
no, it was just you.
Yeah, maybe.
Still Rab. Care to try the dagger? Valentine?
I don't really know any gods. If you guys give me some names, I'll give it a shot.
Elmarter.
Is the greatest of all
Gamora.
gods.
There's Cord, there's Moradin, there's
Shaba.
From
You
what
pray
you
to her.
guys, from what you guys know of me, what's more like, hey, Valentine's god, huh?
Well,
You guys know me.
It's gonna say whore.
I mean,
Unfortunately, I don't think there's a god of partying and wine. Or a fancy.
so you're saying Bacchus isn't a thing in this? I'll give it a shot, but not to a god. I'll just throw an outward prayer, trying to catch any fish I can. Hey, grab the dagger. Listen, I don't know who's listening out there, but I would really like my magic back, and I'm really willing to make a deal with whoever to just, maybe get revenge on this prick who stole my magic and my cat, my dog. I don't remember. Plus, if you could throw some money my way, that'd be really cool. Valentine out.
Okay, bye. All right. You've said your prayer. Anything else?
I will try to summon my animal companion.
Yes, you try to summon your animal companion, and you see as it was a wolf, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see as your wolf appears.
How did I forget about you? You're way better than my other friends. I want to give scritches. Oh, I remember now. I'm gonna give him a nickname just because Rorschach's too long. Rory. Good boy. I'm just gonna.
Roro.
I'm gonna hug him and completely forget about you guys. All right, who next?
Rap will take it. Grumsh, grant me power over my enemies. He will look across the room and attempt to put his echo behind whoever's standing at the back of the room. Let's go. He's gonna put it next to Valentine's wolf.
Don't pick on me.
Too late.
Too late.
I guess this is a really interesting question, or thing to kind of consider. So Ricky, would the Echo look exactly like Rab?
It's like a grayed out version.
Right. Okay. So then would it look like his new Frankenstein self?
I mean, that sounds like a DM decision. It could look like the Frankenstein, but Rab could see himself.
Ooh,
Like,
okay.
do-
Okay. I got my
do we-
decision. So to you,
do we
Rab, it looks like
All
you.
see each other as each other, and not as weirdo freak abominations.
We're all fugly.
You all were woken up together, so you do all see each other as what your like that individual's mind is projecting as themselves. But however, when your echo appears, Rab sees the echo as the grayed out version of what he recalls himself looking like. But the rest of you, you see what looks like Rab's head on this kind of more, what is the word I'm looking for?
Patchwork.
What is it?
Patchwork. Amalgamation.
Yeah, yeah, you see that it appears to be a combination of different pieces put together. So it is very much Frankenstein.
And you put that behind me?
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
Ah, it works.
Does it have clothes on at least?
Yeah, looks exactly like.
There's about to be a whole other weird thing going on.
And Rab will flip the dagger so he's holding it by the blade, and then hold it out towards like halfway between Syl and Nyx.
Does anyone like freak out seeing the echo and like noticing that it does not appear to be just your half orc buddy Rab?
Would we remember what it looked like? Because did we forget everything else?
I mean, it would look like me.
Yeah, but we perceive it as what you truly are.
Well, but I mean, he would remember if he remembers. It just would be me before.
Yeah, so all of your stuff from like the academy, it's not that it's forgotten, it's just very hazy and kind of like dreamlike to you. So I think irregardless of what you would think that the echoes should look like, especially if you are a student who like a person who's gone to the academy or you knew people with magic or any kind of ability, this would not be what you would anticipate an echo. Like it would probably be pretty freaky to see because it's very clearly what would look like a like a monster to you, basically.
Like a cadaver that's been patchworked together. Right?
Yes, because like they're looking at it, you can definitely tell that different races have been sewn together. So like, yes, there's some like the head is very clearly Rab's head, but then like the rest of it like is a combination.
I mean, I was warned ahead of time, so whether or not Syl pass that on to the rest of y'all, I guess, is up to y'all.
Oh, that is rather horrifying. But considering I've lived in war all my life, it isn't the worst thing in the world I've seen. It is in my top 5, though. So
it's just me. I don't know why we're. I'm an orc, but like I don't even have the bigger fang.
Rab, what the fuck is wrong with your magic? What is that?
I only have the one thing.
Something wrong happened. You might want to spray again.
Hold on. He gets it away. He puts it right next to himself. He's like, it looks perfectly fine.
Ugh. Oh wait, that's you. My bad.
Let's just say, Rab, we all might need to consider how we present ourselves to others potentially going forward, because if they're seeing what we see of you, I don't think we're getting anywhere with anyone conversationally if they have to look at that the entire time.
Reb like reaches out to touch it, knows he can't touch it. It's like, I don't. Oh, okay.
It looks perfectly fine to me.
Nyx has it. What are you gonna pray to a god? Dagger.
Did you want to go, Syl?
Sure, I'll go.
Rush is waiting to hear from you.
Sure. I guess being like God anyone in her family has ever like had any connection with be Elmater. So I guess I'll just pray to him and hope it works.
Okay.
So is this dagger? Is it like actually sharp?
I don't know. Are you going to try to test that?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Attack
go to
the
no, I'm gonna go to
attack the echo.
Valentine and cut his clothes, and then I'm gonna cast mending to fix it.
It is sharp. As Syl comes and approaches you holding this dagger, do you do anything at all? Like, it's clear she's coming for you.
Hey, I know I do peanuts on you, but this is a little extreme. Just because I don't have money doesn't mean you can't do shit to me, okay? I assume you cut me, you motherfucker. Your mom's a hoe, bitch.
I mean, have you seen her kids? Yeah, she is.
Yeah, how many siblings
Hey.
do you have?
3.
Oh.
All
I
of them
thought-
are half elves. Of different fathers. They're all different half elves.
And is the fathers all still at the store buying milk?
Yeah, they went out to buy cigarettes and haven't been back.
Oh.
Wait, did your mom ever live in Luskin for a period of time?
Oh God.
No, nope. She's always been in Waterdeep.
Did your
Whatever's
dad
left
ever
of
go
Waterdeep.
to Waterdeep?
Obviously. He was like,
So-
"Ew, half elf. We can't be having that."
All right. You did see that it did cut Valentine's clothes, and then you cast mending on it, fixing them. What would you like to do?
I'll pass the dagger to Nyx.
Oh, and you prayed, right?
Yeah, I
and so
did.
you were able to do mending. Got it. I'm with you again. Okay, Nyx.
Right. As Nyx receives the dagger, she's going to reach into her backpack and pull out the flowers that she picked earlier on and lay them on the ground. I suppose this is as good as time as any. Chronipsis, can you hear me? I ask that you see my friend, Gustav. That you bring him to whichever afterlife that he wished to go see. I pray that you give me strength, give me power, give me my conquest. To shatter any enemy's will from now until the end. As she cuts herself slightly on her palm and uses some of the blood to drip over the petals of the flowers.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
What a nice funeral service for Gustav.
Sure, he'll enjoy his time if he... Well, I hope he passes on, but if he doesn't, he'll be in a tavern at least.
Where your tattoo is on your left wrist, you kind of feel like a warming sensation in that area, like almost as if you're somebody who is kind of warm to the touch has kind of reached there. If you look at your wrist, you kind of see it seems as though that tattoo is glowing just ever so slightly.
Understood. She looks around and brings out her wooden staff and tries to imbue it with shillelagh. See if it does anything.
Yeah, she brings out her staff, and as you cast that on, you see that. Does that like have a certain color or anything to it?
Probably just more of the bluish kind of magic that would stem out of her eye, if anything.
Yeah, you see that bluish magic come forth as you cast that onto your staff.
Well, this certainly makes me feel a lot safer.
Okay. As you all finish with that, anything else that you all would want to do?
Should we let Lapis back in?
Oh yes, I completely forgot about her.
We'll just let him back in and then leave.
It sounds like a great plan. Oh, are we? Did you ask if we were allowed to stay here for board, or are we going back to the inn? I mean, I suppose this is just a tavern, right?
Or yeah, it's just the bar. I guess they rent this out to people sometimes, so yeah, the inn might be better for now. We'll still have to watch our backs though.
I wouldn't mind going back to one of those tanks we were in. The jelly felt all weird. I kind of liked it.
I don't think we'll be able to get back in there. It's kind of a miracle we got out.
I mean, okay.
I mean, we can find. I'm sure we can find like a gelatinous cube or something you can throw yourself into later.
Sounds like a date.
That is the date everybody wants.
All right,
I
I'll do
mean-
the knock. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if we were planning on tackling those methods today, or if we want to wait till tomorrow.
Well, we gotta go talk to this Clockwork King first, because apparently he's the only one who might know a way to actually stop it.
I mean, I could hazard a guess as to how, but that makes sense. So we just need to figure out where this Clockwork King is.
Oh, yeah, they're somewhere northwest. Sorry.
She would have. She definitely gave
Yeah.
directions.
Can we not just pour water
And-
on that forge? You know.
I think it's a bit more complicated than that.
Yeah. It is linked
So-
to a hell dimension.
Yeah, that being said, are we visiting the Clockwork King today, or visiting them today, or do we want to wait till tomorrow?
We can visit them today. That way we have all night to make a plan. And then decide if we want to do it tomorrow or not. Or
Then
never.
it looks like we are going to be exiting stage left, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Agreed.
So Lapis comes in. He does ask, "Is there anything else that you all need, or are you going to be on your way? Whatever it is that you want, you are welcome to stay, of course. But I understand if you have other affairs to attend to."
I mean, I have a small request because I don't think I would have found this when we got that gear we got to pick up. Would you happen to have a thieves' tool kit or something like that?
Yes, that seems. Is there anything else anyone is needing? I can't guarantee that we have everything, but we might have a few items if you were unable to find.
Yes, actually. Do you happen to have a long sword or a warhammer?
Yes. Weapons are. We do have. not the abundance, but enough of them. Take a look and see if there's anything that you fancy. And you would be able to find both of those, whichever you would like to
Awesome.
take, or both.
I'll take both.
Anything else anybody is looking for?
Not that I can think of.
We would be fully healed from that school fight, right? Because I don't think we've ever
Yes.
rested since then.
Yes. So you guys would be fully healed and,
You rested for 5 years.
yeah. But you're good.
So I'm not on 13 hit points. Got it. I fixed it.
I think Syl had 7,
I had 6.
6. Even worse than 7. Anything else that anybody needs?
+1 longsword.
Yeah, no, can't find that.
Decanter of endless ale.
Decanter of endless. Do you have a decanter of endless ale?
I do have a decanter, and if you see the barkeeps, they can keep it flowing for you.
It just wouldn't be the same.
My apologies. I feel bad. It's hard losing items that you appreciate and enjoy. I would be looking around frantically.
He's right. We should head back to the school. First thing.
That's only, what, 3 days away?
It's like 2.5. We'll be there, be back. Clockwork King will figure out the thing with the methods.
Alrighty, we're going back to the school.
You don't even know if the school's still there.
Well, it's a great time to find out.
Syl, did you tell us about everything that you talked with Rexine about?
For the most part, I'm not sure if I would have told them about the weird, it's not our body, but we're just seeing our bodies as they are, because I don't know how certain people would take that.
What about the Hall of the Sparkling Stones? I said they had like a bunch of loot that was guarded by goblins.
Oh yeah, I would have mentioned that.
Hey, listen. That's a lot of loot, and we're lacking loot. That's all I'm saying.
It's also a
Well,
weapon
you just
shop
want to
in
have money
Nefertari.
again so you can feel like you're useful, that's all.
Got it. We just met like 3 hours ago, and you know me. You know me so well.
We need to teach you the value of self-worth, my friend. Have you read the 12 Steps book?
No. And I know my value. It's money. Cold, hard value.
All right. As you all exit from the VIP room, and I'm assuming the tavern itself, Valentine, you like suddenly feel that the weight of your pocket is a bit heavier.
I reach into my pocket.
You reach into your pocket and you pull out what looks to be a polished stone of some sort.
I just look up to the sky and be like, thank you. I don't know who I prayed to, but they're already looking out for me.
Yes. It is your stone of good luck.
Oh, it came back to me after all this time.
All right. On that note, that is a good stopping place. We ran over a bit, so we will go ahead and stop here and then pick up next session. It looks like with going to the Clockwork King and then probably resting for the night before dealing with the methods. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
If you tuned into the stream, thank you for watching, and we will be back not next weekend, but the weekend after. So if math is good for me, 19th. We will see you on the 19th. All right. See you, stream.
Bye, Shrey.
Bye.
Bye.